Well, hello there and good day. Thank you all so much for joining me at Dystopian Report, the place where we talk about the nightmare world we found ourselves living in. I'm your host, Jesse Pullman, and today is Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. It's about 8:15 to 8:30 as I make this video, PM EDT. Today we're going to talk about the U.S. military's new warfighting tool. I put tool in quotes because we don't really know much about it, but we do know that from a dystopian critical lens, it is a really bad idea to put AI in charge of anything, let alone the military. See also the many Terminator related videos I've made on this channel, and by the way, if we hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll do Terminator 0. So anyway, today, according to reporting from the New Republic, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth announced the launch of a new military AI platform called GenAI.MIL. We're going to read through some of Edith Olmsted's reporting for the New Republic, then peep a glimpse at some propaganda efforts affiliated with GenAI.MIL that Marissa Kabas pointed out. We'll finally make some Skynet references because Skynet is the archetypal military AI I think about when reading about dystopian AI news. Anyway, let's dig in. So this is the New Republic. This is all looking like it's working. Again, the article is by Edith Olmsted. It was reported at 12:15 p.m. Pete Hegseth's new AI defense tool rollout immediately derails. What a great headline. Isn't that what you want? Hegseth tried to unveil a new defense tool, but things didn't go as planned. Okay. So, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's rollout Tuesday of the U.S. military's new AI platform just fell flat on its face. Quote, "The future of American warfare is here, and it's spelled A-I," Hegseth said in a video on X, announcing GenAI.MIL, the new American-made AI platform that will allow military members to, quote, "conduct deep research, format documents, and even analyze video or imagery at unprecedented speed," unquote. And all without using their brains. Yes, that's in the reporting if you're audio only. If you're video only, you see that we have the article on the video, so you can see even that I have ads popping up because I disabled ad block because the New Republic deserves not to have ad block on. Unfortunately for Hegseth, his post presented a slight problem. The name GenAI.MIL automatically produced a link to an empty website. So X users, I don't really want to call it X, I want to call it Twitter, thinking they were about to get a sneak peek at the military's new chatbot, were greeted by a message reading upstream connect error or disconnect/reset for headers, reset reason, connection termination. Predictably, the platform can't actually be accessed from external networks, but the wonky rollout triggered eye rolls across the internet. One popular post on Reddit/r/army, the Reddit forum dedicated to military matters, suggested that service members had all received surprise invitations to use the new platform on their work computers. That's not suspicious at all, by the way. Isn't that really suspicious? Like, if I got an email saying use this new platform, I would not immediately jump on it. Especially because, but having never heard about it before receiving the invite, the user deemed it looked really suspicious. Wow, I should just finish reading paragraphs before I comment, huh? Is it real and safe, the user asked. The invite features a logo and short link, but no indication of what the invitation is actually for. Quote, "Victory belongs to those who embrace real innovation, not antiquated systems of a bygone era. It's time to deliver efficient, decisive results for the war fighter," the invite reads. "I want you to use AI." And then there's a picture of it with the quote. Okay. The platform will use Google Cloud's Gemini for Government, using a retrieval augmented generation to connect the large language model chatbot to Google search to ensure outputs are reliable and dramatically reduce the risk of AI hallucinations. I know the term hallucinations is a controversial term in AI theory because it can be seen as ableist. I don't know enough to speak about that other than to understand that, like, yes, it could be viewed as ableist. The Trump administration has been eager to embrace the AI industry, and in July it awarded Google a massive $200 million contract to support AI solutions at the DoD. Now, sidebar, I could swear I remember Twitter's AI program getting a similar $200 million contract. Maybe I'm mixing them up. I could just be wrong. And that's the end of the article. Okay. Goes on, it rolls into the next article. It's by Malcolm Ferguson. It's about MTG feeling sorry for Trump. We don't care about that right now. I mean, we do, but like, hey, take a look at this. This is a Blue Sky post from Marissa Kabas. She is an independent journalist and the runner of The Handbasket, which breaks news a lot of times and doesn't get a lot of credit for it, which it should. In this case, she's reposting a post from the Reddit forum r/Air Force with plastered all over the Pentagon today. Big pictures of Pete Hegseth, clearly AI made, saying, I want you to use AI. So, that's great. Okay. Reminds me of this, right? You're looking at the Skynet graphic, because of course you are. It's awesome. And there's already a Skynet, actually. It's an AI startup incubator type thing. It's called an AI educational incubator. It teaches people how to use AI, which, I mean, take from that what you will. But turning the focus back to me for a moment here. Exactly what is this tool for? What is GenAI.MIL for? We don't know. It could be similar to other systems I've written about on my old Substack, which I really should export to like a Beehive or a Ghost, because Substack is kind of like a Nazi gathering place. I don't know what to say about that, because there's other AI platforms that are used for military things. I know Israel's used them to help them assist with targeting, which has probably just gotten a lot of innocent Palestinians killed, but that's a whole other story. I don't trust AI, especially not what we have right now. And yeah, I don't trust that it'll be any good. One thought, because things are happening and the world is chaotic, I know this is not the only element going into this potential conflict, but one reason we might attack Venezuela is to use this brand new AI tool to see what it can do. Because Venezuela is, militaristically speaking, relatively screwed when fighting the US. So, while they're certainly not defenseless and should not be underestimated, they're also not a credible threat to the US Air Force. Just brass tacks, F-35s are really freaking dangerous. Among other really awesome science fiction-y tools that the military has. Whereas Caracas has like very little. So this would be an opportunity to test out the air campaign possibilities of this thing, especially for targeting, because if it can identify where, say, Maduro is hiding and target him, well, I would certainly make a regime change war to a regime that will privatize its oil industry. Pretty easy, right? It took me a minute to think of the right words there. I don't know why. But anyway, so I would not be surprised if you see the Venezuela thing heat up now that this is in place. Maybe give it a couple days for people to get on and get oriented, and then they'll be like, yo, it's go time. We've been wondering about that for a while, prognosticating the open source community. I'm actually going to go to a person who I follow. I'm going to go to two people I follow on this one. I'm going to put their names in the description. Shipwreck does open source intelligence and does a lot of interesting stuff with it, including things like tracking American flights in Venezuelan airspace. I know anyone can use flight radar, but like this person is dedicated to doing it. I also have been following a lot of Mark Shadbourne lately, because he's got a lot of good breaking news stuff. It's not just open source intelligence with him, it's more like general news. He's an official journalist for his own Substack, which, get off Substack, please. I want to support your work. Please get off Substack if you see this. But, you know, it's just worth noting. And of course I didn't switch videos, so neither of you saw that. So yeah. Alright. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. If you enjoy this video, if you found it helpful in some way, if it brought some kind of insight to your life, even when I wore down at the end and started rambling, please do hit the like, share, subscribe, friend, follow, or whatever buttons. It really does help the channel grow. It lets me know you're watching so I can keep making more of it. I really do appreciate it from the very bottom of my heart. Again, we're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I really hope we can do that. Thank you all so much for joining me, and as always on this channel, Pieces.